The trolleybus you are about to see was not built by Marmon Harrington, Pullman-Standard, or any other now-defunct American electric transit vehicle builder. It was, in fact, a Soviet trolleybus, which numbered into the thousands across almost countless trackless systems throughout the USSR. This is the story of the MTB-82, the Soviet trolleybus for all times. Hi, this is Jeffrey. Now, over the last few months, I have done a number of videos on Soviet-era buses. One of those was the ZIS-154, in which we debunked the claim or myth that American General Motors buses were being built under license in the Soviet Union. Well, there was no evidence of any license, and so that really was not true at all. However, what they did do was they continued to copy American buses in the Soviet Union throughout the post-war period, mainly in the 1940s and 1950s. Now, besides buses, they also built trolleybuses that resembled American transit vehicles. One of those was the MTB-82. It became the most numerous trolleybus in the Soviet Union, and it was also known as the trolleybus for all times. It's a really interesting story, so let's get started in learning about the MTB-82 trolleybus. In the beginning, there was the LK or Lazar Kaganovich type trolleybus. But due to numerous shortcomings, more than 800 new trolleys for the USSR were soon on the way. The Soviet Union's first trolleybus network commenced operations in Moscow in 1933 and rapidly garnered positive recognition from both state leadership as well as passengers. And 6 more cities introduced new systems before the start of the Great Patriotic War in 1941. The Soviet trolleybuses of the YaTB series, as they were to be designated, were manufactured at the Yaroslavl automobile plant. 4 models were produced in chronological series, which were number 1, YaTB-1, number 2, YaTB-2, number 3, YaTB-3, a double-decker based on the British AEC 664T, and number 4, YaTB-4. During the war years, trolleybus production ended at Yaroslavl. State leadership then issued an order to build new post-war trolleybuses at Military Aircraft Plant No. 82 in the Moscow suburb of Tushino. After the end of the war, the USSR saw a rapid, almost explosive development of trolleybus systems. Thus, in 1945, the first version of the MTB-82 was born. The abbreviation MTB means Moscow Trolleybus, and Index 82 corresponds to the developer plant where it was built. From a technical point of view, the new vehicle was not much different from the pre-war trolleybuses. The same frame design and the slanted shape front end of the trolleybus, resembling an iron, copied the external design of the pre-war YaTB vehicles. However, the MTB-82A, as it was to be called, was the first all-metal body trolleybus, and only 6 were built. But it was to undergo some major modifications. Buses from the Lend-Lease program of the United States exerted a strong influence on the thinking of Soviet designers, which we shall see resulted in a significant orientation to the American School of Transportation Design. In 1946, the manufacturer introduced the next and final version, the MTB-82D. The steel body of the original MTB-82 was too heavy, so a lighter version was developed with aluminum paneling. The angled front section was replaced by a flat front resembling what's now known as the American old-look transit bus. Smaller standee windows, as found in American buses and PCC streetcars of the time, were applied, and changes were made to the electrical equipment. There were no further design updates throughout its production, which ran until 1961, and this would be how most MTB-82s appeared. Solutions from this trolleybus were then used in the creation of the MTB-82 tramcar, which was also built at plant number 82. Now, let's take a look at some of the basic specifications of the MTB-82D. Number 1, length is 10.37 meters. Number 2, width is 2.62 meters. Number 3, height is 3.67 meters. Number 4, weight is 9,250 kilograms. Number 5, passenger capacity is about 38 seated passengers with an additional 48 standees. Number 6, electric motor is the DK201 or DK202B of 600 volts DC with 74 to 86 kilowatts of power. And finally, number 7, top speed is 55 kilometers per hour. At the beginning of the 1950s, production of electric transport vehicles at plant number 82 was discontinued, and production of MTB-82D trolleybuses was transferred to the Ritsky plant in the city of Engels. There, the production of the MTB-82D continued until 1960, when it was replaced by the more modern ZIU-5. The MTB-82D was the most numerous model of Soviet trolleybus, operating in about 51 systems throughout the USSR. The MTB-82 was also exported to Bulgaria, Hungary, Romania, and reportedly to Yugoslavia. In total, both manufacturers constructed approximately 5,000 MTB-82s, with 3,746 being from the Ritsky plant. There were also sub-variants of this trolleybus. The MTB-82M was the modernization of old YaTB 1, 2, or 4 vehicles, whereby MTB-82D bodies were mounted on refurbished YaTB chassis. Externally, these conversions did not differ from the production cars. The special model MTB-82 VSKHV existed in small numbers for the trolleybus line at the Exhibition of Achievements of National Economy, which is today's All-Russian Exhibition Center. This variant can be spotted by its larger side windows. But alas, all was not perfect. In the words of a driver,
the disproportionately large cab was difficult to heat in winter. Many drivers recalled that in frosty weather they had to wear a fur coat and observe traffic through a slit next to the weak heater. They compared the experience to driving a tank, and the electrical equipment continually presented the risk of fire.
And from a typical rider,
from the passenger's point of view, the MTB-82 was not comfortable either. The narrow doors prevented passengers, especially those with bulky luggage or baby carriages, from getting on or off quickly. The small windows, low ceiling, and narrow seats made tall people uncomfortable, and there was no public address system.
Regardless, the MTB-82 was a significant success from a transportation point of view in the late 1940s. Truly, a trolleybus for all times. And so there it is, the story of the MTB-82, the trolleybus for all times. Well, in the Soviet Union, at least. Now, there still are a few MTB-82s in existence, and there's even a monument to one in Minsk, which is a very nice way of remembering this very well-known electric trolleybus. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this look at the MTB-82 trolleybus, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.